Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL Pro League Matchday 23. We've got Winterfox up against Complexity here. Apologies because we're jumping into this one a little bit delayed, but Complexity are off to a better start than they were on Overpass. It's 3-all the scores. Winterfox have just won in the last round. They are keeping some SMGs here, but I think they've just upgraded. They will have the AWP on Dexter.
Look, absolutely. 300% increase on rounds from last game here for Complexity. So, obviously, a far better start. And we will go into this round with both teams having pretty strong buy coming out. We're going to see the AWP on Dexter as well. The Terrace, Complexity, spreading across the map early, trying to get control of territory, get that space that they need to execute onto either one of these sites. CTs, however, no presence towards middle. Opting to have a focus towards the bomb sites. A couple of players playing towards long as well. So, real opportunity for Complexity here to abuse that choke point on what looks to be a mid to B pincer on the cards.
Setting themselves up for it, aren't they? They're getting out those mid double doors. There is no resistance being shown by Winterfox at all. So this is going to be on the B site. Bomb defenders, Imagine and Ofnu, very capable players, but this is where they start to get under pressure a little bit. They flash out the doors. Emag not able to catch anyone at all. He does get the drop on them, but Uber does get caught by his teammate. They will have secured the B bomb site, and Android's in good position to cut off the rotation.
Yeah, he's in a very good position to have a big impact here, but he's actually been spotted out now by Zeusy. He's stuck at that Xbox, and he will go down to Dexter there, so it will be a 3v3 retake now for Winterfox. Crucially though, that bomb is ticking down.
And they've chewed up a bit of time here getting into the bomb site, Winterfox, and they're going to need to weigh out whether they go for it or not. A little bit of utility on Flash each on Zeusy and Dexter, and here they go. They're going to try and get those doors. They've just been shot by Def and Ape, and that is the end of that retake there. They do have enough money to buy into this round, but that was much better from Complexity. They're a lot more comfortable on Dust 2 than they were on Overpass, which was interesting because this is now Winterfox's pick. Yeah,
look, that play in middle there, I think it was by Android, just to buy that extra time, really delayed the retake coming in there from Winterfox. Though he wasn't able to get too much impact as far as frags, he was able to just, like I said, buy that time, which turned out to be crucial there. And we are going to see Zeusy open things up onto Ape as all 5 of Complexity are looking to try and take control of long. Def has made his way out of that first smoke, and he's just situated now in that second one. But meanwhile, his teammates who are trying to come in and support him are just getting picked apart. Def finally has an impact with a kill on APOC, but what did it really achieve?
I don't know what Complexity were trying to achieve there. They've essentially put themselves, or pigeonholed themselves there in the long hut. They've bottlenecked it, or as I've once heard called, a turtleneck. But they haven't been able to get themselves out at all. And Winterfox concentration of 3 there, that was never going to happen for them. It's a difficult choke point to take if the CT concentration is there and they get there roughly the same spawn time. But now, Complexity on a pistol buy, gripping up top mid of that Molotov though, pushes them away. It's a good Molotov. And Dexter is at the back of mid now. This spurs APOC into action. They haven't realised that he's actually flanked, so this he only gets 1 for his time. But shot there from Dexter, picks up the double, and now Surreal, who was trying to be concerned with that flank, is now in a 1v4 situation. Make that a 0v4 situation. Winterfox find themselves a 5th round, and Complexity's money situation isn't fantastic still. They could have done with a bomb plant there.
Yeah, most certainly. They are going to decide what they want to do in this round. It looks like they're not committing too much into the buy on this round. Yes, a few upgraded pistols, a little bit of utility across Complexity. Winterfox, however, with that full buy coming out, once again, AWP on Dexter. Opting to send 3 players early towards that B bomb site, though, so a bit of a predictive play coming out here from Winterfox. We can see, though, that a B rush isn't what Complexity have planned for this round, as they're taking their time towards long and middle here, just regrouping. I'd expect they're going to try pick their way into one of these sites with those Deagles. It's just a matter of taking their time, picking the right engagement.
They've got Deagles, Dreams, and we know Dreams are free. So at least that's not going to cost them in terms of their economy. But they are making their way up short, heading towards that A bomb site. There's only 2 players stationed there, so if Dexter with that AWP does get overwhelmed, he's going to find it really difficult because his nearest person in support is Zeusy in the pit. So I don't like how this is shaping up for Winterfox unless Dexter can get on point.
Yeah, look, he's not going to fall back with that utility coming in, so he's opting to try and test this bomb site. He'll only get one, though, and he's now given them an AWP if they need to collect it. Zusi will try and cover it from pit with that M4. The rotation is coming in now from the other CTs, but that bomb is going to go down now. Zusi with a great shot there on the Uber. They haven't actually, Complexity hasn't actually been able to collect that AWP either. APOC now doing work. Will be supported there by EMAG, and the retake comes in. It's pretty clean from Winterfox, only losing that one player in Dexter. And Complexity able to get the bomb down though, so this should be reasonably happy.
I think they will be, but you're right. They didn't get that AWP. I actually thought it was going to bode quite badly for Winterfox once, or if that AWP was picked up, because that would have given them the range that they needed to take down Zusi in a pit. But look, unfortunately, none of them. Well, fortunately for Winterfox, none of them possessed the same abilities of Stretch Armstrong. They weren't able to just reach down onto the ramp and collect that AWP. And the retake was quite strong from Winterfox. They had a lot of utility. Most of the time, Complexity were looking into the dirt because they were flashed or trying to avoid flashes. So we'll have a pause coming out here with the teams. I think, I'm not sure. Is this a tactical pause? Would you believe so from Complexity? I don't believe we've seen anything out in the chat, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a tactical pause come out here. They haven't had a lot of success. It is, though, the first half, so I'm not too sure what the modus operandi is.
Look, yeah, I think this would be attack pause coming out from Complexity, as they are going into another buy into this round, so probably trying to work out the best way to approach it and keep that momentum, because they can't afford to keep bleeding rounds. Their economy, Surreal, on $0. So he's gone all out. He's put everything into this round with that AWP, as they will spot players crossing there, I believe. I'm not sure if that was smoked across, but there will be 3 defenders towards B early, as Complexity also sending a few players towards Upper Dark. APOC sitting just outside doors. So they're really passive in the way they approach middle here, Winterfox, which I find interesting. Much rather opting to shore up these bomb sites and play a retake style, letting the T's have control. It's just a matter now for Complexity to try and exploit that if they can.
Well, they're going to group up against those middle double doors once more, but the one time, or the most recent success Complexity had on that T side was actually on a mid to B split. They were able to isolate the 2 players, and I think Winterfox has recognised this and tried to bolster it with that third player, perhaps predicting that Complexity might fall back into that same routine. But that smoke means that they have just to fall back from short. They are, again, as I said, grouping up near those mid double doors, so mid to B is looking more and more attractive for Complexity.
Absolutely, and they will run into 3 defenders on this B site, though, as they are grouping up out middle. EMAG trying to spot from window. Just need to be careful here, as he will be ready with a flash. Dexter from that A bomb site actually catches the first player coming out of mid, which will be Def. A lot of damage being done there onto EMAG. APOC, though, comes in with a double kill. Finally get traded by Surreal, but EMAG picks up the last 2 frags on full HP. So great stuff there from the Winterfox defense, and Complexity did recognize that mid was, I guess, not defended as well as it possibly could be, at least that first choke point. Tried to capitalize on it, but then ended up walking into the crossfire, which was well set up there by Winterfox, particularly that AWP coming out from Dexter, that first frag, allowing the B-side players to be prepared, so to speak, for what was coming.
And wonder what is coming here for Complexity. They've bought into this round with what they can. Utility is a little bit light, though. They still have the options with at least some smoke grenades as well. So they'll be looking to try and make something happen. Again, Winterfox have fallen back to a fairly standard hold with 1 player in APOC holding down CT spawn. They've got 2 in the B bomb site, as well as Zusi solo long and Dexter in that pivotal position. He's got the spot of the short. I think Winterfox are really backing their retake here, because they've given complete control of short and therefore the A bomb site to Complexity, but Dexter in a good position to fall if he does find that first frag. So here we go. They're setting themselves up for the smokes here, Bar.
Yeah, Complexity looking like they want to give this A bomb site a real look in here. APOC gets the molly down just in front of the smoke to try and delay things. Dexter on that AWP does spot out 1. Gets that molly kill actually for Dexter there. Uber will trade back on to Zusi, but APOC putting in work on that A ramp there with the M4. We'll find the last frag onto 8 as well, and Winterfox look extremely comfortable now, Jim. It looks like they're in full control of these gun rounds at the moment.
Yeah, they tried that A split there and it didn't quite work. They had Uber coming out late, long. That was recognised quite well by Winterfox. Were able to take him out of the equation. So their money situation again, they're being denied plants at the moment by Winterfox quite well. And whilst they're doing better than they did on Overpass, it's still not boding well for them at all. Now, you raised an interesting point because Complexity, as you said, they don't have a realistic chance of making the finals, but nor do they have a chance of being relegated instantaneously. So with their picks, they've been a little bit dubious, and I think people are questioning why as to their picking, but the point you made about them trying new things is definitely holding up.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dexter there will open things up once again for Winterfox there with that AWP. So definitely doing work early here, and Complexity really feel a little bit lost at the moment. They're all 4 of them grouped up onto this short part. Def with that scout is going to try and find the head. Dexter here. As they cross out, Dexter will find one. Make that 2. APOC chimes in with 1 as well. Surreal will trade back onto APOC, and so actually gets a lot of damage done off on Dexter as well. And there he is. Gets that double kill. Molly goes down. Surreal dodging bullets now at this point. Trying to make that scout work for him. Looking for heads where he can. Knows he's getting encroached on. Pulls out the knife, which is risky. And that is why Ofnu will take care of that. Winterfox move to 9-4 here. And yeah, looking extremely comfortable. Worth pointing out, APOC on 17 frags at the moment. So he's really leading the charge from the front.
Trying his hardest too. As you can see, he's been pivotal in everything they've done now. On Overpass, he was entry fragging for them quite well. But now he's making the frags that they need. Supporting as that rotation player between the 2 bomb sites. He's had a feast of frags go his way and doesn't look like slowing up at all. Complexity now just spreading themselves out here. They're going around taking control of Lower Dark. Ooh, Emag being dealt some damage through the smoke. Does go down quite low. We'll pop back there and just hope that nothing comes his way in terms of grenade utility. But Winterfox have set themselves into a fairly standard round here. Zusia in that solo long position, APOC and Dexter holding down A from differing positions. But now we see Complexity searching for that pick. Not able to find it just yet, but they've got a minute to find out where exactly they will head.
Grouping up towards middle here. Taking their time, Complexity. They really want this opening pick, and to Winterfox's credit, they're being very disciplined at the moment. You pointed out, though, Emag has taken some damage through that smoke. But Complexity, ever so patient, and now here we go. The smokes and flashes coming out towards the A-bomb side. Def is going to try dropping the CT, and it will work. But Ofnu there to cover his teammate. And the first frag going the way of Winterfox here on their defense. Meanwhile, Complexity trying to make a play out of middle. It's just not working for them. Zusi and APOC chiming in there to get a couple of kills. It'll now all be on Uber and Android, but they're also finding a way as well, as they've managed to turn it back into a 2v2, but not before Ofnu takes care of Uber, and it's now all on Android. 31 HP. An AK in a dream as he makes his way onto this A-bomb site. Dexter in a pretty good position. Would have hurt him. It's now going to come down to this Angel. Who's going to win?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here it is. Jumping.
He does it.
Oh, no. Get K-lead. Through the box, too, with that 5-7.
I actually didn't think he had enough time to plant, to be fair.
No.
So it's fortunate for him that he died before the timer expired.
Yeah.
Only because his money in this round wasn't going to be fantastic. It is the last round and a half, so it would have been buying regardless, and would have been a sad state of affairs for him. But the Kukli dream is real.
Absolutely, as Complexity, all 5 players in this round looking like they're going for a B rush. That Molotov from Ofnu is actually going to hold things up. The spray through the smoke, he's only able to get 1. coL, I think we'll push in on that. A couple of flashes go out. Oh, that Molotov, though, is going to do so much damage. Uber does find that frag onto Emag. And the retake's coming in, though. But look where APOC has found himself. He's already behind him. And that spray transfer coming out.
Wow!
The 4K from APOC. What a round from the POC. You can't stop him, I hear.
Can't stop the POC.
That's the one. And Winterfox will take the first half, 11-4.
And I think that last round there really summarises the struggle that Complexity have had. Every time they have got themselves onto a bomb site, they've left themselves open to someone multi-fragging or not particularly checking their flanks at all.
Yeah.
Winterfox have always had better positions than their opposition, so Complexity have really had a tough time. And that drubbing on Overpass, 16-1 for those of you that didn't catch it, going the way of Winterfox, has... Look, they did better, and I thought they were actually in this quite a lot more than they turned out to be. I think when we first joined the game, it was the score lines were locked at about 4-3, funnily enough, to Complexity. So Winterfox have been able to grind their way in.
I think that's quite deceiving, though, because, I mean, if you look at it, I'm pretty sure Complexity won the first 3 rounds off the pistol. Yeah, so since then, they've gone 11-1 on gun rounds, which I think is, pretty concerning. Pretty concerning from a Complexity point of view. However, it's still better than 16-1. That is 100% for sure. So they've hit a marker there, and we will be on board here with Uber as he sets himself up towards long, and he's going to have big questions asked of him in a second, as it looks like Winterfox like the idea of pushing in through long. Crucially, their off-news actually on 22 HP, so I'm not sure if he's taking damage up mid there from a USP. I think that's most likely what's happened. Def, though, does find one. Surreal also finds one. In fact, they're finding frags back and forth here. They're going to force the terrorists. Well, they're not. It's going to be a bit of a standoff here as the 2v2 ensues, and rotations are now coming in. Def actually finds another one, so that's 3 for Def on this pistol round, and that's the perfect start for Complexity if they're going to try and claw themselves back into this match.
Giving themselves a real fighting chance here is Emag now in a 1 versus 4. Puts Android down. Just a friendly jab to the face. And now will be caught out by Def there. Great round for Complexity. That's exactly what they needed. Dust 2's boding a lot better for them. They're going a lot better than they did. They actually got themselves a pistol round, so they've started to really claw things back. But Winterfox now are going to be just buying some light pistols into this without any armor, so maybe just trying to catch their opposition out with some sprays to the face, but taking control of mid.
Yeah, mid seems to be on the agenda here, and they're going quite fast as well, as they're going to group up towards those doors. Def there with the M4 and CT is going to have a field day if he manages to find the angle, and there it is. He will get 2 to open things up. A fair bit of damage coming out from that FAMAS too, from that window drop, and yeah, Winterfox is getting picked apart at the moment. APOC will find one, but that is all he's able to do, as he will go down to Surreal. Complexity keep that pretty clean, which is what they need to do, because they're going to need to build a big economy here and keep Winterfox on the back foot right from the get-go.
Winterfox not buying too much into this round, pistols where they can afford to upgrade, but some light utility as well. And Sushi and Offley were going to hold key positions in this round, smoke and flash respectively, so they'll be looking to make something happen as they head towards this B bomb site. The smoke comes out, they're going to try and get around it, but they have to wait out this Molotov, so that's bought them a little bit of time, and Ape has actually expended his clip, so he can put his teammate under real pressure here as they get out through the smoke. He does get a reload in time though. Android finds one, but isn't able to find more than 2 though. This is Ape and Def combined. Great work here. Ring around the rosy for Ape. Survives on 3 HP, and Complexity have whittled away this lead that Winterfox have. However, it's still out at 4 rounds at the moment. Gun round to come out, and as you said, gun rounds, that's exactly where Complexity have struggled.
Yeah, it is. It is where they've struggled, and of the 7 rounds they've won, I believe 6 of them are on the pistols. So they've won both pistols, both halves. So they need to bring it back now. It's worth pointing out, APOC got 24 frags now. Dexter, I think, with 16 as well, but 3 teammates, all sub 10 frags going into this half. So they're probably going to need to lift a little bit here if Winterfox are really going to, crack things open on this T side. But this round's crucial as far as how they're going to approach this. And it's looked like they're opting for quite a passive setup early with presence all across the map, just clearing the corners and clearing the territory before they opt to set up any kind of execute.
You're just making their way back around now, taking control of short, a key area on the map, and very slow approach from Winterfox, and this has allowed Complexity to set themselves up, but they don't have a lot of information as to where Winterfox are, and whilst they have given a lot of control again to Winterfox in short, they haven't got info at all. Zusi cops a vicious grenade there. Often actually catches out Uber. I'm not too sure what Uber was attempting there, but great hold here from Surreal. He's been instrumental for them. Takes down 2. That bomber's gone down. APOC goes down. Now the lurk in lower dark. He's actually counter-lurked, and they're holding this A-bomb site here. Surreal misses that shot onto a low HP Offnu, and it's on Dexter at the moment, who does go down to that coL. Great here from Depth, and Complexity hold quite well. So That was a much better round from Complexity. They were holding in a very default style position. In fact, it was the same hold that we saw from Winterfox, and it's effective.
Absolutely. Great hold coming out there from Complexity. They're finally able to string a gun round together with the solitary gun round they got from their T side. So I'd hope to see them build from this. And we are going to see a UMP out on Uber as well as Winterfox go into this round with very minimal investment. They're looking to take short. Rather fast there as Ape will take down APOC, who was carrying the bomb. He won't know that though through the smoke as Surreal does take EMAG there on short. Winterfox now being held up by a molly. They're just going to flood their way through. See what they can make happen. Def, amazing shot there and gets himself a double kill. Complexity moved to 9 rounds now. They're clawing their way back in this. They're starting to build that economy. They're doing everything they've needed to do. Winterfox now need to find the answers, and this is the round to do it though. They've got incredibly strong economy due to that loss bonus, and they're going to be able to buy into this with all the utility they need. It's just a matter of working out where to place it.
See if they can get a pick as well. Dexter with that AWP, and he's going to be key for them in the round, dropping himself into suicide there. And we'll be looking to see if anyone will push. But Uber has flashed himself out into long here. Def finds the reply. Ofnu is the only one to get a frag, and now they're going to come at them in the second wave here as we have Complexity completely flashed. There's another trade going the way of Complexity, and they're going to try and get Surreal out of this corner. They do manage to do so. Surreal looking for that other pick. He finds Dexter as well. He's been holding so strong for them. He's not able to find the last frag there onto Imagine, but Imagine just copped a grenade that was perfect. And now it's a 2 versus 1, 12 HP, Imagine.
Yeah, EMAG, very low HP here. Is aware of a potential threat from behind. He's just trying to play that angle. Android, though, is going to fall back. He's not going to do anything too silly here. They know they've got EMAG trapped, so they just need to play smart. Not let him have an easy 1v1. EMAG, though, is going to wait for a potential Complexity player to walk into his crosshair, but we know that's not going to happen. They're going to wait patiently. EMAG's going to have to make that happen off his own accord. As he does pick up that smoke, he will smoke off CT side. Really trying to bait this player from long to push through the hut, but Android, to his credit, not falling for it, not giving himself up too easily. Ape there from CT is going to watch the cross, and if EMAG isn't ready for this drop, and there it is. One swift bullet there from Ape, and Complexity move ever closer to tying this match back up, Jim.
That they have. Now, unfortunately for EMAG, he tried to bait the player out with that smoke, but there was actually a gap in it. So it was never going to fool Ape at all. And Android, no rotation at all. They didn't see him cross that smoke, so unfortunately his use of utility there, smart, but did let him down a little bit. So now we will have Complexity, as we said, really wind it back. And 11-10 the scoreline. We have Winterfox, very slow methodical start to the round, concentration through lower dark and top mid as well. They're going to be trying to just catch anyone out at all. Complexity, their hold has been working. There's no reason for them to change it. I haven't really seen any changes in tempo from Winterfox just yet, but they are going towards mid here quite quickly.
Yeah, the smoke will come across in the mid, and there's the flash as well. Def will be caught out. Ape, though, does get Zeusy through that smoke. He's going to try and navigate the smoke away, but unable to do so. Ofnu will get that frag, and the slowly player on B has got a lot of work to do, and it was Android. He will get taken down. Surreal with that AWP will get back onto Ofnu. Uber now just clearing these smokes, making sure the path is clear for his teammate if they are to execute this potential retake, which it looks like I think they will. Uber will swap out for that AK. He did pick up a Molotov there as well, so there's plenty of utility on Complexity here to try and make something happen.
He needs to reload, though. There we go.
There it is.
We will have the retake coming in, or at least the attempt. So the flashes, smokes are coming in from Complexity. They're going to make it, but despite being completely flashed, Imagine still gets that frag, and they do take the last 2 remaining players from Complexity down, find themselves their 12th round, and the economy on CT side for a Complexity is quite strong still, so we'll still be able to get that AWP in Surreal's hands, and a decent buy coming up for the rest of them. So this is where Winterfox need to start streaking away.
Absolutely, and we will be on board with EMAG here as he ventures into Upper Dark with gusto. Has to get control. In fact, might have even been going for that pick. No, he slows back down. Winterfox opting to spread out once again on their T side early and get control of these crucial areas on the map. Clear different choke points. As Complexity, though, I think that one player towards long at the moment, and the boost coming into middle, so that could be crucial here. Def's positioning should be able to get him to see over the smoke there. As Winterfox, though, patiently waiting for any kind of opportunity.
I like the quicker change of pace, though, from Winterfox. It seemed to catch Complexity off guard a little bit more. Now they've defaulted back to something that's much, much slower. And, I mean, by this stage, they were already in the B bomb site last round, so it's a definite change of pace for them, but I'm not too sure why they changed something that worked. So they're going back to this long concentration here. They're going to try and get Uber out, but if they're not careful, he will find that frag onto Offnu. Does get the drop on him, and now they need to find that trade. Dexter's not able to, so a two-man advantage as they head back towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, that definitely didn't go to plan there for Winterfox. EMAG, though, will open things up onto the B bomb site. Zusi as well onto 8. Will turn this back into a 3v3 situation. EMAG, though, is only on 14 HP, so just be real careful there as Def does go for that smoke spray. Ever so close to making it work. Complexity, though, now resetting, and there's Uber getting dropped into in dark there by Zusi. In fact, it was all the way towards T-spawn.
Yeah.
Which is actually crucial, because that means that the two Complexity players only can come through window and door, and there it is. They will be cleaned up there by APOC and Zusi. Winterfox will go back-to-back gun rounds here. Starting to see the momentum shift, and Complexity will not be able to have a very strong buy into this round if they opt to buy it all.
The only one that could have bought was Def. He's bought a scout, so not a huge investment for them. So they're trying to keep their money around that $2,000 mark, so they'll be able to buy into the next one with something and give themselves a better chance of it. But Def, pushing mid here, looking for that tag. Does actually find the frag onto APOC through the door while half flashed, and that's an opening into the round that they needed as well. So
That's how you stop the POC.
You said you couldn't stop the POC. Well, you can pop the POC with a scout headshot as EMAG tries to take the aggression here into B bomb site. They need to clear out Android, though. He's lurking closely with that Deagle. Fortunately for them, the flash is well timed, and they get themselves into that B bomb site. But Surreal takes down Zusi in mid double doors. It's back to a 3 versus 3 here. There is some hope here for Complexity.
Look, there is hope. They've got no utility for this retake, no kit either. So there's no armor. They do have a couple of guns now in the form of AKs on Surreal and Def, but it's a mighty task here. They're going to need to hit some headshots early on this retake to buy themselves enough time to actually defuse. As EMAG, though, exchange some shots through the smoke there. CT's just waiting for their opportunity. That could be it there. Ape does get the first frag on EMAG. We'll get that trade onto Surreal. Oh, tries to find Ape as well. Goes for a very optimistic reload. Both CT players are very low now, but Winterfox able to secure the round. It got a little bit hairy, but they got the job done.
Super hairy for them. And I actually thought that was on for Complexity because they'd found that opening frag in that 3 versus 3 with Ape's Deagle, but EMAG doing a lot of damage in that instance there. Great line into upper dark, catching Surreal out, and we will have Complexity now with that gun round. Surreal with that AWP. He'll be looking to try and find something opening up, but he's getting towards that A area of the map, and very heavy concentration from Winterfox early on towards mid and B. In fact, they're going Mongol style out mid early on. They don't catch out Ape. Ape gets into that B bomb site. The Ape escapes, and now they're going to try and hit this B bomb site here. They've lined up for him, though. Picks up the double, and Android finds Offnu there. I like the change of pace, but the execution certainly lacked a lot to be desired. That mid push was very, very ambitious, particularly without that smoke into CT.
Yeah, look, they've gone for a bit of a surprise play. Maybe just take the straight aim battle into CT. It hasn't worked out for him there. Complexity all over that one, and able to survive that round with 3 players up as well. So good for their economy. Winterfox, though, not very good for their economy, as we are going to see a Tech9 buy into this round with very little investment. In fact, Zusi does have a head armor with that bomb. There's also a little bit of utility across Dexter and Offnu as well, as they try to make their way up short and get the A site bomb plan down.
Grouping up into short there. Concentration, quite heavy from them at this choke point, but you can see Complexity very relaxed, very passive in their hold. They've got that, got Def in Goose ready to crossfire his teammate. That smoke is into CT spawn though, so we might even see them attempt to drop and go effectively A to B, but they're going to utilise that. Surreal takes down 1, takes down 2, looking for that second frag. Ape also finds 1. Def now in that Goose corner. 30 bullets of coL, and he needed almost all 30 to find the frags, but does hold successfully. And Winterfox will be buying into this round. 5 AKs coming out across the board, and I think Dexter potentially could glass cannon here, but he's gone light armor, so very little utility on him. And they're going to try and buy their way into this round. They've got Dexter posting up on the mid double doors and not able to find a pick just yet, but 8 has that coL was spotting out. Now we'll head back towards the B bomb site. This is where Complexity need to hold tight. They've got Surreal heading back towards mid, and if he's not careful, he'll be caught out. Oh, tags down Dexter, gets the leg onto him, so that flick from him does a lot of damage, doesn't reward him with the frag though.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there. Couldn't get that kill for him. Would have been a great opening frag for Complexity and such a crucial round as well as Winterfox starting to make their way up short. And they're going to go for this A execute again. So, I mean, it's worked for them half the rounds that they've done it. It has come good, but Surreal with this AWP has been so ever efficient. Holding down this site. The execute begins. Ooh, Surreal does actually miss that shot. Def, though, in very good position there on Bin to catch Zushi jumping down. He also gets a double kill onto APOC coming out of mid, and 8 then chimes in onto Offnu. Emag, though, with a great shot there onto the B bomb site. They do have control of B now, but it will be a 4v2 situation. It's going to be incredibly difficult for them to get the bomb down, but Emag, going huge, has got himself 3 so far. Surreal almost cooking that with a jump in the middle of the spray, but Emag's going to have to ace this.
And he can.
Ace this if he's going to win this round, and it will be a 2v1. He's now collected the bomb. He's done a lot of damage to Surreal here. He knows where both players are. He's shown his feet there, and that was almost the round. He fakes the bomb plant. Both the CTs are now working out. He steps wide, unable to find the frag though. Complexity will secure that round, and boy, oh boy, have we got a game on our hands. And how much better is this from Complexity as opposed to what we saw from them last map? This is more the Complexity we'd expect to see.
This is far better from them, and a pause has come out. One would assume that is tactical on Winterfox's behalf. They haven't found any success at all. That one was a post-plant situation where it was difficult because Dexter was quite low. Emag really had to try and nurse him through that round. Surreal, as you said, nearly cooked that frag with either a mouse wheel or a jump or something like that, or just trying to really test the RNG in the game. But it didn't work out for Winterfox. Emag not able to find those last 2 frags. He did a lot of damage, but unfortunately wasn't able to just knock them out with those final blows. So I'm curious now as to what Winterfox will go back to. Will they change the pace, but try and use their utility a little bit more, with a little bit more thought? The one round they did change the pace. They went out and attempted that mid to B quite quickly, but they didn't put a smoke down in CT, and they were just traded out. It was almost amateur. I mean, even some of the lower level players will at least recognise that there needs to be some utility expended in CT to get yourself safe passage out mid.
Look, I'm with you there, and I mean, Winterfox now, it's going to come down to economy management. It's going to come down to, I mean, they obviously can't buy into this round. I don't think that'd be a smart idea. They could upgrade pistols, maybe some P250s, but it's going to come down to the following round. That's going to be the make or break. Complexity, though, have got themselves in a pretty good position here. They've got a reasonably strong economy now as well. So knowing that, it's a lot on the line here for Winterfox. And I think you're spot on. I think a little bit smarter utility use to back that aggression. So I think the aggression's where it's at, but it needs to be smart aggression. It can't just be blind aggression.
Yeah, they sent 3 through upper dark in that instance. And I mean, you can get away with only sending 2. At least have someone to nurse that bomb. If that bomb does go down, you can have someone to pick it up. But look, I would have much rather have seen 3 spread their way down. But I think that's how they split out of spawn, unfortunately. Potentially even that third person that was late down mid, throwing some utility, throwing some support through, just working that strategy a little bit better overall. But what's done is done now, and they find themselves on the precipice of being taken to the final 29th and 30th round by Complexity here, because they're not going to buy into this one. Just talking over what's going to happen into the next one. So just light pistol buys coming out from Winterfox. Objective here would be able to get that plant. If they do get that plant, they'll be able to get the AWP into the hands of Dexter.
Absolutely, and it's all on here on this B-bomb site. They will smoke off the molly. Android, though, is going to line him up. Only able to get 2 there. He'll feel a little bit robbed with that as flash comes out from the CTs. Dexter does find his way to the boxes. Is he going to be able to get the plant off?
No.
No, he will not. It'll be 14-14 going into this round, and Winterfox, I'd assume, they have to buy into it. They want the win. They don't want to play for OT. But Winterfox there going for the AK buy. 5 AKs across the board. So no AWP. Surreal will have an AWP for Complexity. They will have a very strong buy across the board. And this is the moment. This is what Winterfox had attack pause for. Let's see what they can come up with.
Spread themselves out of spawn here with just concentration towards long, waiting out any aggression from CTs. But we know Complexity have not been aggressive in any of their players at all. Very stark contrast to some of the teams like, say, for example, SK, who would send Fur out middle sporadically almost to just keep the Ts guessing, chew up their time. But Winterfox are chewing up their own time here at the moment, getting themselves sorted with that execution. So they will be trying to get themselves out long. And now this is where Uber is on that area of the map by himself. They might be able to take that duel, but they're heading into short here with Surreal as posted up with the AWP.
Yeah, look, both the players towards A here are playing solo positions, unable to get trades off. Complexity, a similar sort of setup we saw Winterfox run. They do have 3 players towards that B bomb site. Uber, though, is going to have to come up big here. There are 3 terrorists going to make their way out long, and I feel like Winterfox really trying to feel out this A-site pincer, but I'm going to try to catch this frag first, and here's the opportunity. Uber will get 1, make that 2. Can he get the 3rd? He does have the bomb. He's done that while flashed as well.
Huge.
Dexter does finally get the trade. Surreal, though, with that AWP, now trying to get into position. Will catch out Zeusy, so it's falling apart here for Winterfox as they find themselves now in a 2v4 situation. Crucially, all the CTs have rotated over towards A, but APOC and Dexter able to find the frags there. Surreal missing an orb shot he needs to land, and left the door wide open there for Dexter to make them pay the price. He will throw the bomb across. It's not in the best position. APOC, though, is able to collect it. And it's going to be a 2v2 retake here for Complexity.
That was a tense cross there for Dexter. He had to get that bomb across, but now CT's coming up through the A-ramp, coming through the same choke point. Crossfire opportunity here as Dexter just opts to sit back, and he's left it all onto APOC to do a lot of work here on the bomb site. So this is his tense moments here as Winterfox starts to stage, but that boost comes in. They don't quite make it work. Ape goes down, and now it's all on Android, who finds a frag. And this is where APOC is quite low. So the crossfire situation has been eliminated. And Android will take that one. He will have the kit. Complexity bring up match point. Pressure now on Winterfox.
Absolutely, and I mean, what a play coming out there from Android in the 1v2. Kept his composure, able to find that frag. Able to find that frag towards long, but I mean, which was phenomenal. We weren't privileged to see that, but you know, that frag was the crucial one because the player on site in APOC was very low from that initial engagement. Really needed to be that player on long to stay alive longer, to buy time for his teammate. Nonetheless, Complexity will move to map point here. Winterfox are going to come out with 5 AKs and a fair amount of utility as well, but Complexity opting for that 3-2 setup that we've seen both these teams run on parts of their CT side as well. So definitely part of the meta in some of these North American teams at the moment.
I like the strategy, though, from Winterfox last round. It didn't quite pay them dividends, but they're going to concentrate out long here again. Fortunately for them, they don't hit anyone at all. Oh, no. As now Uber finds a double frag there. Gets the Molotov. Surreal is supporting him really well. Dexter is able to find that next frag, but again, it's now Dexter and Imagine to try and make something happen here. Imag has got to send himself out mid. Gets flattened in the process. And now all on Dexter to try and take this one out. He doesn't check the corner. Def takes him down 16-14 Complexity. And after blowing out on map 1, 16-1, Complexity find themselves a map victory on Dust 2.
They brought it back, and they brought it back strong, Jim. And what a performance there from Complexity after that map 1 sort of debacle, I guess, you know, and being on the back foot going into this map. They've really brought it back, and, you know, commendations, they deserve it.